Ladies and gentlemen, you say you want to be great, but let me ask you something real. Do your actions prove it? Or are you just saying it because it sounds good? Everybody wants greatness. Everybody wants success. But almost no one is willing to pay the price it demands. It does. And you don't really know what's happening. Greatness doesn't respond to words. It responds to action. Let me say this loud. Greatness isn't found in motivation. It's found in consistency, in focus, in relentless execution. If you want to be great, you have to start moving like it, thinking like it, sacrificing like it. Well, you need to wake up early, train when you're tired, study when your brain says quit, and lock in when everyone else is out partying or scrolling or wasting time. Greatness is lonely. It's painful. It's unforgiving. And that's exactly why so few people reach it. But if you're hearing this, if you've made it this far, you're not like most people. You want something different. You want to be better, stronger, sharper. And here's the truth. If you want to be great, you can't act like you're average. You have to decide and then live that decision every single day. No matter the weather, no matter the mood, no matter who's watching or not watching. There's no perfect moment. There's no outside savior. It's you versus you, and the world's just waiting to see who wins. Do your habits reflect your ambition? Does your discipline match your dreams? Or are you just talking a big game while living small? You want to be great? Start acting like it. Show up early. Stay late. Work when you're tired. Stay focused when it's boring. Grind when it's thankless. Keep pushing when nobody is clapping. Because that's what separates the few from the many. That's what builds champions. That's what defines legacy. Your future isn't written in ink. It's carved in your effort. And greatness is only reserved for those who earn it. Let's get something straight. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when things are easy. When the weather's good, the vibe is right, the playlist hits. But where is it on the hard days? Where is it when life punches you in the mouth? That's why the greats don't depend on motivation. They depend on discipline. Discipline is what you fall back on when motivation disappears. Discipline is what kicks in when comfort starts whispering in your ear. It's okay to take it easy today. No, it's not okay. Not if you want to be great. You say you want to level up? Then stop relying on inspiration to move you. Train your mind to move without it. Discipline is a muscle, and just like the body, it grows when it's challenged, when it's stretched, when it's tested. Every day you show up when you don't feel like it, you want to beat 99% of people, out-discipline them. While they're sleeping in, you're grinding. While they're complaining, you're executing. While they're waiting for the right time, you're already 3 steps ahead. It's not flashy, it's not sexy, but it works. And it separates the real ones from the talkers. You don't get greatness by doing what feels good. You get it by doing what's required, especially when it's uncomfortable. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that's blocking your potential. Every compromise is a vote against your future self. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not stuck. You're choosing comfort. And you're not falling behind. You're just not pushing forward with urgency. This is the part where most people quit, but not you. You're here because something inside you refuses to stay average. You're here because you know you were built for more. And that more will never come from waiting. It comes from working. So what are you waiting for? Get up. Show up. Lock in. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because that's what greatness demands. And you, if you truly want it, must live like it. Let's get real. You're not losing because you're weak. You're losing because you're distracted. There's too much noise, too many screens, too many voices telling you to slow down, take it easy, stay balanced. But let me tell you something that the greats already know. Success doesn't come from balance. It comes from obsession. You don't accidentally become great. You don't stumble into your goals. You get there by locking in so hard, so completely that nothing can pull you away. You want to be great? Then kill the noise. Turn off the notifications. Get off the drama. Say no to the things that don't move you forward. Say no to the people who pull you backward. Protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. In this world of endless distractions, focus is your superpower. It's how you separate yourself from the lazy. It's how you outpace the average. It's how you build a life that most people can only dream about. You think Kobe became great by checking his phone every 5 minutes? You think Jordan stopped mid-practice to see who just posted on Instagram? No, they locked in. They went dark. They got obsessed with the work. And you're sitting on that same potential. You've got that same power inside of you, but you've got to starve the noise and feed the discipline. This hour right now, this is your wake-up call, because time is not your friend. Every second wasted on distractions is a second stolen from your greatness. Let the world scroll. Let them binge. Let them waste their days arguing, comparing, complaining. Not you. Not anymore. Because you've got work to do. You've got a future to build. You've got greatness to chase. And it's not going to wait around for you to get serious. Shut it down. Lock in. Grind. Until the work becomes your oxygen. Until the noise doesn't even register anymore. Until the world can't ignore the results. Because they're loud, they're real, and they're yours. You want to be great? Then act like it. Kill the noise and make the grind your language. Be the lady in the cub. Let's make one thing clear. You don't get what you want. You get what you're willing to work for. Success doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your passion or how bad you want it. It only responds to one thing: work ethic. Your work ethic is your identity. It's your reputation. It's your legacy in motion. When people see you, what do they see? Someone who talks big or someone who works bigger? If your actions don't scream greatness, your words mean nothing. You don't need more advice. You don't need more books, more tips, or more hacks. You need to wake up earlier. You need to push harder. You need to keep going when it's inconvenient, when you're tired, when no one's watching, and the results aren't instant. That's the test, and most people fail it. But that's not going to be you. Not if you're serious about being great. Every morning you hit snooze, you choose an average. Every workout you skip, you're choosing comfort. Every moment you waste, you're telling the world, I'm okay with staying small. But you're not okay with that. You wouldn't be listening if you were. So ask yourself, what does my work ethic say about me? If you weren't allowed to speak, if you couldn't post, if you couldn't tell the world what you're about, ooh, would your actions speak for you? Would your discipline shout louder than your dreams? Because the truth is simple. If your grind isn't louder than your goals, you're not working hard enough. You want to stand out? You want to dominate your field, build something real, and leave a legacy? Outwork everyone. Be the one who stays late. Be the one who takes pride in the little things. Be the one who shows up early and delivers without complaining. Because when talent is equal, work ethic becomes the edge. And when talent isn't equal, work ethic still wins. There's no secret formula. There's no overnight success. There's only this. Show up, grind, repeat. And do it with pride. Do it like it's your signature on the world. Do it like every rep, every word, every task is writing your name into greatness. Because that's what the greats do. They don't hope to be noticed. They demand it through action. So what now? You grind. You push. You outwork who you were yesterday. And when it gets hard, when it gets boring, when nobody's applauding, you remind yourself. Let's cut through the fluff. You say you want success, but every time things get hard, you've got an excuse lined up like clockwork. I'm tired. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the right moment. I don't feel ready yet. Enough. Excuses are lies. Yeah. Excuses are lies. They're dressed up in logic, but deep down, they're rooted in fear, laziness, and comfort. Your excuses are the chains holding your potential hostage. They don't protect you. They poison you. They don't keep you safe. They keep you small. And if you keep feeding them, they will rob you of everything you're capable of becoming. You weren't born average. You weren't built for mediocrity. But every excuse you accept is a vote against the version of you that's built to be great. Think about that. How many millions of users have been feeling their best friends in this line? Think about that. Every time you skip the work, every time you rationalize quitting, you're saying, I choose comfort over my calling. I choose average over excellence. You don't need permission to win. You need to shut down the inner dialogue that keeps giving you a way out. You want to know who wins? It's not the smartest. It's not the most talented. It's the one who shows up and doesn't run from the hard stuff. It's the one who turns I can't into I must. It's the one who rewrites excuses into execution. Greatness isn't denied, it's just hiding behind your excuses. So ask yourself, what have you been running from? What have you been justifying instead of fixing? What have you been excusing instead of attacking? It's time to face it. No more hiding, no more waiting. The dream doesn't care how you feel. The results don't care about your reasons. The world rewards the one who gets it done, no matter what. So next time you catch yourself making an excuse, stop and say this. Is this getting me closer to who I want to be? If the answer is no, kill it. Replace it with action, because that's what winners do. They feel the same fear, the same doubt, the same pressure, but they act anyway. Excuses are optional. Effort is not. So from this moment forward, make a choice. Burn the excuses, ignite the work, and start becoming the person you were born to be. Here's the raw truth. Most people quit. They say they want it. They even start. But when it gets hard, when it's not convenient, when progress is slow, they walk away. They don't say I quit out loud. They just stop trying. They let life beat them into submission. One missed day, one excuse, one delay at a time. But not you. Not if you want to be great. Greatness is built in the hours when no one claps, in the seasons when no one sees, in the days when quitting feels easier than continuing. The ones who make it, they're not made of something different. They just made a decision. No matter what, I don't stop. That's the mindset. That's the edge. That's what separates the strong from the almost. Because you will face setbacks. You will fail. You will be doubted. You will feel pain. But every time you push through, every time you keep going when everything in you says, stop, you're building something unstoppable inside. That's mental toughness. And toughness is rare. It's valuable. It's the currency of champions. You got to fight for it. Fight through the fatigue. Fight through the boredom. Fight through the silence, the criticism, the waiting, the long, lonely nights where it feels like nothing's working. Because one day it will. And you'll look back and realize all the pain was worth it. All the doubt made you sharper. All the struggle was preparing you for your moment. So when it gets hard, smile. Because you're right where you're supposed to be. Every challenge is a test. And you don't rise when it's easy. You rise when it's hardest. Be the one who doesn't quit. Be the one who stays locked in. Be the one who doesn't flinch when life throws punches. The world may try to break you, but you don't break. You build, you push, you rise. Because that's what greatness demands. And you're ready. You want to know the real hack to success? It's not motivation. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. You're not going to feel like it every day. You're not going to be fired up 24/7. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. It shows up anyway. Discipline says, I made a decision. And I'm sticking to it, even when it sucks, even when it's boring, even when no one's watching. Even when I don't see results yet. That's the edge. That's what separates winners from wishers. Everyone's hyped on day one. Everyone's locked in when it's fresh, when it's new, when it's easy. But what about day 37? What about day 103? What about the days where progress is invisible? That's where champions are built. Discipline is doing the work in silence. It's lacing up your shoes at 5 a.m. because you said you would. It's opening the book, grinding the reps, cleaning up your habits because you committed. And here's the best part. The more disciplined you become, the more unstoppable you get. Because discipline gives you confidence. Confidence that doesn't come from hype, but from proof. You've done the hard things. You've earned your own respect. That's power. Let other people look for shortcuts. Let them chase magic bullets and get rich quick schemes. You build discipline like armor. You sharpen it daily, and you carry it into every arena of life like a sword. Because here's the truth. Discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from starting over. Freedom from being controlled by your mood. You want to win? Build a life where you don't wait to feel ready. You just move. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you stack another brick, another layer of greatness, another level they'll never see coming. So stop chasing motivation. Start mastering discipline, because that's the real shortcut. Let's get something straight. You're not as far as you think. You're not as behind as your fear is telling you. You're not failing, you're forging. Every rep, every early morning, every late night, every time you kept showing up when you didn't feel like it. It's stacking, it's building. It's compounding, even if you can't see it yet. This is where most people give up, right before the breakthrough. They start to question it. Is it even working? Why haven't I made it yet? Shouldn't it be easier by now? No, because greatness isn't handed out. It's earned in silence, in sweat, in sacrifice, long before anyone notices. The results don't show up when you want them. They show up when you've earned them. And most of the time, that moment comes after you wanted to quit. So here's your reminder. Keep going. Because the version of you you're building is closer than you think. You didn't start this journey for applause. You started it because something in you said, there's more in me. I'm not going to waste this life. I'm going to be the one who breaks the cycle. And you still can be. But you've got to finish what you started. You've got to stay locked in, especially now. Progress hides behind consistency. And the ones who win, they're not the loudest. They're not the most hyped. They're the most consistent. They grind in silence. They refuse to fold. They show up every day because they know something the rest don't. Every step counts. Every rep adds up. Every minute matters. You are building a life right now that your future self will thank you for, or regret you didn't fight harder for. So ask yourself, what would the best version of me do right now? What would the version that wins choose? What's one more step I can take right now to get closer? Then do it. No excuses, no waiting, no retreat, because the next level is just one more push away. And you're almost there. This is it. The moment where you decide not just to want it, not just to wish for it, but to go all in. Because at the end of the day, it's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Right about your potential. Right about your discipline. Right about your decision to chase greatness when others coasted through life. You're not here by accident. Why? You know why. You've made it through the doubt. You've made it through the early mornings, the lonely nights, the moments you could have quit, but you didn't. That's proof. You've already got what it takes. Now you just have to finish what you started. The future isn't waiting. It's already watching. watching how you handle this moment, watching what you'll do with all this pain, pressure, purpose. Will you shrink or will you rise? Because the people who reach greatness, they don't have more time. They don't have more luck. They don't have an easier road. They just made a different choice. I won't stop. I'll keep showing up. I'll bet everything on myself, again and again. So here's your final reminder. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You don't even need certainty. You just need that fire in your chest and the guts to chase it with everything you've got. Every step from here on out, every early morning, every late night, every ounce of discipline you give, it's all fuel. Fuel for the fire. Fuel for your rise. Fuel to become the version of you that can't be denied. So silence the doubts. Cut the noise. Forget the excuses. This is your life. This is your moment. This is your moment. This is your chance to be legendary. Start acting like it, and let the world feel your greatness, one move at a time. Don't just let this speech motivate you. Let it move you. The path to greatness starts with action, not tomorrow, now. No! Subscribe to The Power Path for more unfiltered motivation, daily discipline, and real talk that keeps you locked in. Replay this when doubt creeps in. Share it with someone who needs to hear the truth. And most of all, get up. Get focused. Get to work. Because you want to be great and act like it. Let's go.